This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
I am so excited. We're doing the thing. We're having guests again.
Dude, we're doing it. We're taking care of business, getting back to the old A Funny Feeling.
And thank God, because we're running out of listener stories.
Yeah, so send them in, please. We know you got them.
We know you got them.
We know you do.
And if you've already sent it in and you were like, wait, you guys didn't play it or read it, like just bump the original email. Because if not, I'll get confused. I'll get confused. Right. So bump it. Send us Send us an email. Send us a voice memo to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. That's the business.
Yeah.
But now
we did the business so fast.
So fast because we have a guest. We can't make our guest wait.
Yeah, no way.
So our next guest, they do so much. Wait till you hear about it. We have comedian, writer, and podcaster Chris Mancini. Hello.
Oh, thanks for having me. Great to be here. It's very spooky already.
Ooh, I think that's pretty scary, cool. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't even ask you. Mancini, did I do it right?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Any relation to the person who invented Chucky the clown?
No, but I used to get, are you related to Henry Mancini, the composer? And because his son actually is also named Chris, so every once in a while I would get a letter from the music union. Like, yep, not wrong one.
Oh, man, wrong one. But if you send me residuals, that's fine. I'll take them.
Now, tell us about your podcast or tell us about what you're up to these days. Go ahead, tell us.
All right. Well, again, thanks for having me on. I actually have been in the podcasting space for a fair amount of time. I did Comedy Film Nerds for about a decade, and we ended that in 2019. And I started in 2020, I started a new company called White Cat Entertainment. You know, just when the pandemic was starting. It's a great time to start a new company. Which I wanted to create like a storytelling company through podcasts and graphic novels and books and movies and all of those things that I've been enjoying doing for years. And one of the podcasts I started was The Quiet Journeys of Professor Atwood, because I thought everybody's like kind of suffering a little bit from anxiety, PTSD, something like, what can I do that will kind of use all of my comedy and storytelling to actually help people relax, go to sleep, and calm down? So, because I suffer from anxiety myself. So I thought, well, what's a tool that I would want to hear that I could actually use? So I created kind of this funny storytelling show that you could listen to and just kind of get a laugh. And it's got music and sound effects about a professor who goes on adventures all over the world, but they're very calm, quiet adventures. So not a ton happens.
I love that.
I love that.
So that's and that's been really fun, and people have been saying it's been helping them and helping them go back to sleep and all those things. So I was really happy to get the feedback, and that's the one I'm really trying to kind of push, because I think it could help people, and it has been helping people, and it's really fun to do, because it's not like, okay, well, now you should breathe deep and think about the ocean. Like, no, I'm telling a story. You could relax, have a smile, and then that will help you kind of relax, tone down anxiety, and drift off to sleep. So I wanted to make it a more story-driven experience for people.
That's awesome.
I love that, because I often will fall asleep to, I used to listen to ghost stories, like other podcasts where it's just people reading ghost stories, and that would just like lull me into the nicest little slumber. So I love that, just hearing someone talk.
Oh, yeah. And I remember people telling me, too, well, like, I actually go to sleep to, like, comedy albums and, like, all of these podcasts. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to lean into that then. people are listening to comedy albums to help them go to sleep, to relax. Let me, really make something that's actually designed to do that.
I love that. What's an example of one of the fun, like, calm adventures?
Professor Atwood, he's following a treasure map and he gets stuck in the Panama Canal in the middle of it where there's a giant squid swimming around, and he has to figure out a way to communicate with it to make it leave. And he goes to, he gets stuck in the 80s. He builds his own time travel machine, gets stuck in the 80s, and then he goes up into a cloud city where there's a rivalry between the Dark Cloud rebels and the regular Cloud City people, and he has to figure out a way to make peace between them. So it's fun stuff like that.
That's great.
I love that.
Sounds so nice. That sounds just delightful.
Now, how do you feel knowing that all the work you put into it might only be half heard because someone falls asleep? Just out of curiosity.
I know, that's so weird, right? There's a lot of people ask me that. I'm like, it's the kind of thing, because I want people to be able to go back and, like, you could listen to one, you fall asleep, you could listen to it again. Yeah. But there are people with, like, severe insomnia where it won't put them to sleep. So I wanted to give them a full experience too, where you could actually get a full story. And then there's like some positive, like, affirmations at the end where Professor Atwood learns a lesson and gives you like a life lesson at the end. So I feel like if people listen and it helps them in any way, then I'm happy. I'm satisfied.
Lazy me would be like, I'm done 10 minutes in. You're asleep, probably. Moving on.
And then he did. Yeah. He went over to the car, and the other stuff happened.
Oh, he drove away, and it's over. Okay, good night.
That's why we don't do benevolent podcasting.
That's why we do not.
So tell us, we're going to ask you the same question that we ask every guest. What, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
I actually, I have like a belief of the paranormal, but I think it's less than everything that's out there. Like, I always feel like it's like UFO sightings. Like, a fair amount of them or paranormal sightings is probably like there's an explanation for, like, wind or whatever. But I think there's a certain smaller percentage that is actually real. And but I think there's a lot of hype involved, and and then because everyone needs a ghost hunter show now, on TV.
Yes.
So yes. I think it's real, but I think there's a lot of stuff that kind of is like just marketed as paranormal that really isn't. But I do most certainly believe it, and in my writing too, I do a lot of like paranormal and sometimes some like I also write horror too, and I use some a lot of paranormal stuff in some of that writing as well.
That's so cool. That's so interesting, because it's also, I feel throughout over time, that's been the case too, of like like those seances and stuff where people would straight up fake seances and whatever, but it's like, stuff is actually happening.
I saw a fake one once too. Like, there was like a special like screening once, and for whatever reason there was like a seance after. I don't know, it was some weird Hollywood thing where you watch a movie and then something weird happens. You know what I'm talking about.
So the seance was happening in the room with you.
Yeah, and it was the candle trick, like, because everything was blown up on the movie screen, so you could see everything super clearly, and you could actually see the fake medium kind of blow on the candle a little bit as he was, saying, there was the typical thing like, oh yeah, the loved one, she says she loves you and she misses you. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's that's the opening of every script.
Was she like, give us a sign?
Yes. Yeah, it really looked like that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I gotta say, it is impressive when you think about the turn of the century, or I guess the last century, when people would just throw up cheesecloth and be like, that's ectoplasm. Like, that in itself, very impressive, guys.
Yeah.
Let that be your show. Don't lie to us. Don't show us all the things you can swallow and throw up.
Yeah. I just saw Chris Angel Mind Freak show.
In live? You weirdo.
You guys, you gotta go. It's bonkers. But that's like, we were.
Well, Chris Angel puts a lot of effort into it. I mean, the last thing you want is a lazy grifter, right? Put some effort in.
It's your job.
Yeah,
it's your job,
and that is it. Where it's like, illusions, honestly, the tricks are so much cooler than you being like, no, this is real. Where it's like, no, I want to see how you did this.
Yeah.
There was one bit where there were absolutely plants picked from the audience because one woman was going so huge. Like, she kept like looking at the audience and being like, and they would like put the mic up and they're like, what did you think? And she was like, that was fucking awesome. And like, she kept being so huge where I was just like, wait, this lady's such a plant. Like, they were all such plants. But we had a blast. We had a ball. It's strange. You should all go see it.
Look.
But it is, yeah, like, let me just know that, like,
you gotta
Right.
appreciate a hoax. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a show. Now we all know it's a show. Now impress me.
Yes.
yeah.
I've never been to a seance at all, and I've often wondered about them. Just, I don't know. It feels rude. You know, just making someone be like, come in, we're having a party, we're going to giggle and laugh at you, whatever you do, ghost. So
Feels rude.
I guess I want to go still. So do you have any paranormal experiences yourself?
I do. I have one that sticks out in my
Yes.
mind. And let me take you back to 1998.
Yes.
Ooh, I remember that.
Great
year.
music, good music.
And the only reason I remember that is because it's the year I got married, and this happened on our honeymoon. So that's the reason. So we went to the UK for our honeymoon because I'm, again, with the paranormal, I love mystic sites. Like, we went to Glastonbury, saw the Chalice Well and the Abbey and the Glastonbury tour, and I always was fascinated by, like, you know, the Christians would come in and find any pagan site that was like connected with ley lines and all of those things, and then just build a church on top of it. So there was always like a church or an abbey on top of like an ancient mystic site. So it actually like it kind of made it even more powerful, which I thought was really interesting. And some of these ruins are still up, and it's beautiful. And we went one night to Inverness, which is in Scotland, which is touted as, I don't know if you know this, the most haunted city in the world.
Whoa!
And, you know, we did the fun thing of like went out onto the loch looking for the Loch Ness Monster, you know, and as, you know, the residents kind of play into it a little bit and like, yeah, well, I think it's real. It's a huge touristy thing, which is always a lot of fun.
Yes.
So I was developing a bit of a head cold by then, like, because we were traveling, going all these different places. So I wasn't really feeling great. And we got back to the hotel. We were like exhausted. We went to bed. And in the middle of the night, I was woken up by the bed vibrating. And I was like, that's kind of weird. The bed is vibrating. And then I started waking up a little bit. And I noticed there were footsteps outside of our hotel door, and every time the footsteps got right in front of our door, the bed would vibrate again. And then the footsteps would walk away, and then the bed would stop vibrating. And then they were walking in, the bed would vibrate. My wife woke up because she felt the vibration too. And because I wasn't feeling well, the only thing I was thinking was that, oh man, I wish that ghost would go away so I could get some sleep.
Oh my God.
And then what I did was I'm like, okay, I know a little bit about the paranormal. If I turn the light on, generally that, you know, will get rid of a ghost because, you know, the light kind of, and I have no verification of this except for this incident, but apparently light can confuse them with the light of heaven or something. And then, so if you turn the light on, it all stopped. The footsteps stopped, the vibration of the bed stopped, and it was so then we just kind of like went back to sleep, although we might have left the light on for the rest of the night. Yeah. And then the next morning, I went to the front desk and I said to the clerk, I said, is this hotel haunted? And the guy behind the desk goes, no, this hotel isn't haunted. And then he goes, well, what room were you in? I said, wait, why would you ask that after you just said, why? That's insane. So clearly it is haunted. So apparently a workman had died in the hotel like a year or two ago.
Oh,
and
no.
So I don't know if that was the specific ghost, because again, Inverness, the most haunted place in the in the country apparently. But So that was my only experience. But while we were in town, as we were like going to the bars and going to restaurants and stuff, we did hear other stories. Like we were into a bar that was like supposedly super haunted, where the bartender said he wouldn't like go into the basement at night by himself because he would definitely feel like, a presence there. So so I found that really interesting. So if I'm ever really brave to go on a ghost hunter's tour, I would probably go to Inverness in Scotland.
Yeah, we always talk about like the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And I get just like there's so much stuff happening there, and
It's older.
Like there has been forever of just wild energy constantly.
Yeah.
Here we just have like the ghost of influencers. That's all we have. But there,
Well,
very scary.
Like another way to think of it is just the buildings there are older. So there's like a confined space because, people have been here in the Americas for like,
forever.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But we have so much land, it's all spread out. But a confined little this is my room. I pace back and forth. This is where I had that really terrible day. So it does it makes sense that like there's so much more recorded stuff over there. Now, out of curiosity, what do you think like that was? Like, I mean, a ghost, but what do you think ghosts are? Just like someone asked me this recently and I was like, I never really thought about that.
That's a great question because there's a lot of different explanations. One of them is that it's psychic energy from a violent death that isn't sentient, or is it a spirit that hasn't been able to cross over and is sentient? So there's there's definitely different kind of schools of thought, and one of them, like poltergeist, can actually affect movement and things like that. So I think there's I don't know, it's like a video game. I think it's different levels, and then
it really does feel like every haunted situation has its own story and whatever that might be.
Like, I felt like what we experienced was actually kind of like a sentient spirit that got kind of stuck and was just kind of walking back and forth at night. Like, that kind of thing where, a ghost doesn't know that they're dead. That's what it felt like. I mean, it's hard to tell for sure.
Right. No one can tell us. We can't get proof.
Oh man, I want to go to that place in Scotland. That sounds fun.
Yeah, he's just going by, shaking the bed, be like, "Wake up! I have to move this. Come on, I have to do work today."
Yeah.
Now,
yes to ghosts, no to Loch Ness Monster. So.
Well, we recently saw a TikTok that was like a Loch Ness Monster might be a whale's penis.
Marcy sent it to me, and I was like, "Whoa!"
And then there's a lot of pictures. You're like, "Well, yeah, that's
I suppose anything's possible."
Yeah, so. That could be. That might actually make a little more sense than a monster, I guess. Have you ever, just out of curiosity, have you ever been to a psychic or medium, or had your tarot or anything read? Like,
yeah, but it was the kind of thing where it's like, on the boardwalk, so you kind of know it's a scam, right. Where it's like the kind of fun ones. Like, I don't think I've actually gone to an actual one. But you pay like the $20 and they put on like the show for you, and they deal the cards, and that's been about it. So yeah, I haven't really gone to a real one.
Yeah.
Would you ever go?
I would, because am I saying it right? Tarot or tarot cards. It's that actually fascinates me. So if someone actually practices that for reals, I would actually like to experience that for sure, because I find that interesting for a number of different levels. First of all, because it's so old, it's like an ancient, and super like mystic, practice. And also because the cards have different meanings depending on if they're upside down or right side up. And I find that like super interesting. Like there's certain interpretations, but each card means something different. You could kind of put it together almost like a puzzle, like as to like what the story is trying to tell you, because it all boils down to stories, right. And I love hearing the stories.
Yeah, it's fun. I've done it a handful of times.
Mm-hmm. And how did you like it?
I loved it. Mm-hmm. It also just felt like another form of therapy.
Exactly.
There's a lot of like, so what is this? Is whatever happening in your life? And it's like, yeah, it is, man. And here's this, and that. Like, it felt really good. A fun new way to like talk about stuff and to like, just.
Well, one psychic asked me for my social security number before I went in, so I knew that was.
Oh no! We have a friend who is a therapist and actually does have her clients pull it's like an angel deck or an oracle deck, which same idea. And then they talk about whatever it brings up what it makes them think about. So that is kind of the either the cool thing or the cheat of tarot is that it can be applied in a lot of ways.
It can be both.
Yeah.
Right. But it can totally be both.
Sometimes it is so spot on. Like recently, I don't do this very often at all, but I do happen to have a deck, and I just pulled like a card for a friend because they were like having a lot of anxiety and stuff. And then the card I pulled was like just so like point for point about what my friend was going through. And it's just very funny how sometimes that I don't think I have any like special connection to the cards or spirit world in that way, but I was like, they're talking. That's what they said.
Yeah. Well, maybe you do have a special thing with your cards.
I'm
a connection.
Yeah.
I'm really like leaving them hanging then because I
don't. Marcy, come on.
Don't use them very much.
You're making them sad by not using them.
They're like, we are bubbling with potential energy in your little bedside table.
Yeah, we're going to start lying to you now. We're going to start telling you all lies, man.
Well, that's what I think is so cool is that I feel like some people do use it as just like interpretation. But then some people are like, all of a sudden, the cards are like an actual spirit for them. And like our friend Sutton Crawford, she's a tarot card reader, but I'm like, I think you're actually a medium.
Yeah, she's had a couple of cases where she's then like, what's the word? Like, where she's
psychic.
Like felt presences
yes.
Spirits or something in her, and she was
like
channeling, very open, being like,
oh, wow.
I don't really want to do this, but it happens every now and then.
Very cool.
Do you believe in cryptoids like Loch Ness and Bigfoot and stuff?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say cryptocurrency. So I asked.
So on to the next part. Do you believe in cryptocurrency? Because I got a deal.
Bigfoot,
I think they're both as real. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
You know what? That I kind of feel the same way, like where there might be like some kind of Bigfooty creature somewhere that is keeping to itself that may not see, but like Loch Ness Monster is just kind of fun, and I'm a little more skeptical on cryptozoology than probably the other things. But if we were going to see it, it would probably be deep in the ocean somewhere where we haven't actually explored. So that there might be a lot of things there that we have no idea that's there.
It's so scary. I think I think there's so many things deep in the ocean that we don't know about, and that is horrifying.
Because every year they find some new thing or a thing they believe to be extinct. So there's all sorts of secrets and nastiness, and we can only go so far in it. So there's so much that we can't even. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's so scary. I hate thinking about the ocean and the space. I'm with you. I vote no on both ocean and space. Get out of here.
No, that
too scary.
That kind of leads me to so. If we believe in ghosts, but what about the whole like demonic, angel, or malevolent other entities that would not have been human? Is that something that you've ever thought about, or
I have, because I write about it sometimes.
Right,
So as far as like, and I love that kind of storytelling and mythology about the different religions and the angels and the demons. And, you know, they're all kind of interpretations of ultimately the same type of story of like good, evil, and this is how it manifests. This is how it manifests, you know, over in the Middle East. This is how it manifests in England. And this is how it manifests in Japan. And they kind of follow a lot of similar rules, which I find really interesting. So, you know, do I believe that there's like an actual angel and demon on our shoulder? No. You know, maybe not. But I think there is energy that each culture is kind of personified in different ways for good and evil. And I'm sorry, that might be a little more abstract than, but that's kind of where I think the stories come from. At
one point, we discussed the jinn on here. I'm sure you're familiar with jinn, right? Mm-hmm. And we, you know, in whatever research I was doing, I think it was like Rosemary Guilin. I'm getting it all wrong. I'm getting her name wrong, but it doesn't matter because she's not here. But the story is that, you know, it wasn't just like, it was like the angels and the jinn, but they're not necessarily like evil. They're just trying to prove a point. They're like, God, these humans are no good and we will prove it. And so they kind of, they actually like, they're not just individuals. They have like whole communities and families that live in this underworld, and they come up to be like, not all of them, but some of them are like, we're proving a point. These humans are bad, and we will show you. We can manipulate them so easily, and they will do bad things. Yeah. And that's, I kind of like that version of it because it's less, I don't know, like something about being self-righteous is less scary than trying to steal your soul.
Yes, that's way less scary. Like, oh my goodness. Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't argue that, you know, humans aren't easily manipulated. So that's a pretty good explanation.
Right. Right. Do you ever worry, like, when you're writing about like angels and demons and like evil entities, that like you're opening up a doorway or something,
or like scare yourself?
Every once in a while, I'll do that. I'll scare myself if I get, you know, too deep into something. And but am I afraid that an angel and demon won't like something I write and file a complaint? No, I think I'm...
Okay, weird. Yeah. Well,
okay. You never know. You never do know.
You hear all these stories about like, you know, making of devil movies and like, and TV shows and stuff where it is just like, you got a priest that comes and blesses the set and everything. And I have not written a devil movie or anything, but I feel I would.
I have.
Granted. You have?
Yeah, I wrote it got ruined in Bulgaria, but I wrote a horror movie called Asylum about a SWAT team that investigated demonic possession in an insane asylum. And it got completely ruined. And the script got thrown away, and it's a whole story into of itself. But so I had to go back and actually fix it and make it like a horror comedy. The footage came back so bad. It does exist if you want to see it. It was a Lionsgate movie called Asylum. It was supposed to be rebranded as Death of a Horror Movie, but they didn't. So anyway, if that's any of your fans want to see like a disaster.
I do. I want to see a disaster. But
it was we kind of like made it a little funnier, where we kind of made it like a mystery science theater, where the editors were looking at like the footage, making fun of it, and then we saw behind the scenes like an office style at a low budget horror company. So it kind of made it fun and funny with this, you know, footage. So believe it or not, there is a movie that exists with a bunch of Bulgarian actors running around yelling. Stephen Rea from The Crying Game, me, and Dean Haglund from The X-Files.
Oh my God.
What? Wait, and what's it called?
It's called Asylum, yeah.
Okay. That sounds incredible. That's a really funny idea, too, of like, okay, you demolished my film or my movie, so I'm going to just call it all out and have it like,
and they
kind
agreed.
Of meta.
They did. They let me, they're like, all right, well, if you want me to fix it, I'm going to do it my way. So they,
That's awesome. That's really cool. You know, they say television is a writer's medium, and film is a director's medium where they can go mess it because they have control on set all,
Yeah.
Right.
It was definitely a runaway production. But I've always been fascinated with, the angels and demons and the different philosophies. And I have another podcast, another storytelling podcast called Conversations from the Abyss, where I actually do like a Twilight Zone kind of 15-minute conversations, and one of them is an angel and demon talking about like humanity in a coffee shop. And so there's one about a woman's trying to sell her soul to the devil, and there's all sorts of, but they're only like 15 minutes long, so they're super short and creepy, but they're not funny. I used a lot of my comedian friends as the voices, but they're all like, so basically I'm making stories to keep you awake and stories to help you sleep. So
Yes, yeah, that's so cool. Have you always been into horror?
I have. It's been like genre. Like I love horror, science fiction, and fantasy, and then also obviously comedy. But then I kind of mix those all up together a lot of times. But I always like the heroic horror, like not just like a slasher coming in and killing everybody. Like I like stuff like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where there's like there's a mythology and there's a hero that fights the darkness. That's the type of horror that I love the most.
Betsy just got into it.
I'm in season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, it's so good.
Rules.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
It rules. I feel so weird just getting into it now, but it's fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous that you get to experience it for the first time. So because it's so good.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. Because every episode is just like a little mini horror story.
And it's funny. It's really
Man,
funny.
It's funny.
Yep.
And as the seasons go on, they do some really cool stuff, that they play with the form a bit on television. I think it's very cool.
That's I'm so excited. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I always think about when I think about horror films that have comedy is Cabin in the Woods. It's one of my favorites.
That's a great one. Yeah, I really like that one
and
too.
One of the writers, Buffy, a writer. Yeah.
That makes
Drew
so
Goddard.
much sense.
He wrote on Buffy. Yeah. He wrote on Angel and Lost. So
yeah,
he's got the
really
brain for
movie.
all that stuff. Yeah.
That movie rules so hard. I remember watching it the night it came out with a little crew and thinking it was going to be very kind of like Evil Dead-y or something, because I didn't see it. I saw one trailer which was just the cabin or whatever.
Right.
And then truly 2 minutes in, I was just like, oh my God, I love this. I don't know what's happening and I love this so much.
This is not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like when it starts with Bradley Whitford and Richard Jenkins walking down a hall. You're like, what is this, man? Oh, I love it.
You think you're watching the wrong movie. I'm like, this doesn't quite make sense. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And then the big credit sting at the beginning to your first jump scare was just the title coming on the screen super loud. Yeah.
Almost now, I've written one horror movie and I was immediately like, we need a cold open and then the loudest sting with our tie. Because Cabin in the Woods got me so good. I was like, I think it's so fun.
Do you have any other stories you'd like to share, or we can listen to one from our listeners?
I'm trying to think. Most of the stories actually came from Inverness for sure. One of the things that on a more positive kind of, psychic lighty kind of thing is when we were walking around Glastonbury, it was a super mystical place, but it also felt really peaceful. That was kind of part of the psychic energy. And there was a lot of people with, I guess it's divining. What is it? When people hold the crystals and they kind of I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I saw a lot of people just kind of walking around the ruins with their crystals. And it was just the kind of place where you go, all right, well, the legend is the Holy Grail was buried here and all of this cool stuff. But it just had kind of an air of peacefulness. You would go up to Glastonbury Tor and then there's some ruins there and people would just sit on the top of that mound and just spend the day there literally and just and there was actually tunnels inside it, but they're closed because they're too hazardous. But the Druids would actually had built tunnels inside the Tor. But I was really it's somewhere I want to go back to. I was really just blown away just from how peaceful the entire area was. So
that's so cool.
I mean, that's the flip side of the paranormal is there is something really nice and comforting about it. It's not just scary, I think. So just like all this stuff, it's still around and it gives you a feeling and it's not like gonna get you.
Right.
It's just that you're like, yeah, there's something here. You can feel that.
Wow.
Well,
I want to go there. That sounds awesome.
When are we going on our world tour?
Yeah.
World tour. Yeah. I'm ready whenever.
There's a giant I think there still is. There's a giant music festival there. The Glastonbury Music Festival is like one of the biggest in the world. We made sure we kind of avoided that because we wanted it quiet. But it's I don't remember if they still have it. Especially now with now that COVID's over, maybe they're going to restart it again. I'm not sure, but it's the kind of thing where people go down there, they descend, they just hang out there and see music and then or hear music and just visit the sites while they're there.
Oh, that's cool.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ready, we could listen to a listener story.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to pull one up.
Hello. I know that you're like really into the like Zach Bagans Museum. So I wanted to share this like super creepy thing that happened while my husband and I were there. So like it's definitely like there's some shit there. There's some shit there. Like you walk in and there's this kind of like uneasy feeling. There's this room that has all these dolls. And like I felt like I was like being watched, and there were just some times where you just walk into different places and I would just feel uncomfortable. But like there was also the element of that they had set it up to make you feel uncomfortable, right? With the Dybbuk box, for instance, like they have this like creepy ass chanting happening that they say is to like keep the spirit inside the box, and the walls are like red, and it's very, very jarring. But I didn't necessarily feel uncomfortable like there was like a spirit in there, just, getting the like effects of what they had, provided as far as like the theatrics. But their grand finale or whatever is this, they call it the Demon House, right? And they make a big deal about how there are some people who just won't go in there. And I was like, okay, whatever, dude. Like, I believe in ghosts. I love this type of stuff. That's why I went there, right? Like, there was some definitely moments where I was like, I am being watched, right? But I really was thinking that this demon house was just, it was going to be more theatrical. So, I'm getting ready to go in there. They open the door, and instantly when I walked in, I started to feel weak. Like, I had to hold on to the railings inside of the room in order to like hold myself up, because I really felt like I was going to pass out and I felt like I was going to puke. And when you go in there at first, they say like, if you're ever uncomfortable, whatever, like we can get you out of here. And then they like drop this like partition thing kind of, and then you see the staircase. Oh, I feel like I'm going to puke just thinking about it. The staircase from the demon house. And I was like, okay, something just feels weird. And then I swear, like I started seeing like two kids running up and down the stairs, like playing. And then they like looked up at the top of the stairs and then they were gone. And I saw this, I don't know how else to explain it. I've never experienced anything like this in my life, because I don't really believe in like non-human entities or whatever, but it was almost like a big like goat man. It like seemed like it was like 7 feet tall, and it was just like pure black with big horns. I should not be telling this story in the dark. And like red, like glowing eyes, right? And I felt like he would just go down the stairs, and I felt like he saw me watching him, and he was just there like looking in my eyes, and I just couldn't look away. And I I have never felt more uncomfortable in my entire life. And I've had some really, really weird experiences that, I don't know, maybe I'll tell you another time, but this was by far the most jarring. But I told my husband about it, and then a couple weeks later or whatever, we were like, oh, we should watch the Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters, whatever it is, episode of like where they talk about the museum. And we're watching it and we're like, oh, I remember that, blah, blah, blah. And then they talk about, oh, it's happening again. I'm getting goosebumps. Then they go into the demon house, and this guy starts describing how he feels in there. He's like, yeah, I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt really weak. I felt like I was going to vomit. And then I went in there and I saw two kids running up and down the stairs. And then I saw this big goat head figure thing. And they did almost like a, you know how they do those little like recreations or whatever, where it's clearly like not a video of a ghost, but it's like there for like shock value. And I swear to God, it was the exact same thing that I saw. And I have never been more upset to have an experience validated in my entire life. I was absolutely terrified. And I mean, honestly, I want to go back, but I'm also low-key scared that the demon house is going to like murder me or something. I don't know. It was really scary. So I can say with almost 100% certainty that the demon house, that's some real shit. It's real. And it has been several years, and to this day, it's still one of the scariest experiences of my life. Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. Whoa, dude.
Oh, man.
Well, the most amazing thing about that story was it's like, well, I want to go back. Yeah, I'm like, what?
We thought you were going to puke 2 times while telling us this story. Don't go back.
I would think you would literally want to move to be as far away from that house as possible.
Dude, you know, when they were talking about that, I did not go in when I went to the museum.
Yeah, Chris,
where is it?
I popped. It's in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And I went a couple of years ago, and I think it was one where I popped my head in, and I was like, nah, like, I don't need to do this.
Well, Chris, say again what you said while we were listening about the gas.
Oh yeah. So well, maybe there's a gas leak in the demon room.
I thought that too, but with the same imagery, I was like, it's harder to pin it on a gas leak.
Yeah.
Right. But it is the exact same things they saw.
But once we did have a listener who sent in a story about a haunting in their house that turned out to be carbon monoxide, or their gas. It was gas, right?
It was carbon monoxide.
Yes, yeah. And
so that might have made them hallucinate.
Exactly. They were like, thank God we found out, we could have died.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, every time I came home, I like just, it felt so weird. And then it was like, oh, thank goodness you got that figured out.
Yeah, and I just never shut my car off and didn't think anything of it. So.
Yeah, you got to investigate because it could be a real life danger.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we always say. You would rather it be a ghost than a poisonous gas or a person.
Or an actual human. Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up to an actual, like, old hag sitting at the end of your bed. You're like, how'd you get in here?
Like a real old woman. There's so much.
And a hag, Marcy.
Have you ever seen the video? And I think it's not that old. It's someone's Ring doorbell, and it's an older woman, and she has a knife in her hand, and she's just kind of like holding it like she's gonna serve it to someone, but she's holding it and saying something over and over. It's like, it's, middle of the night, like 3 a.m. or whatever, and she's just an older woman just standing there with a knife talking to herself.
Oh, man, that's spooky on a lot of levels.
I mean, even if she's just like, I need to return this. This is where I borrowed it
time to return this.
Yeah, still scary.
It for my cake, and it was a perfect cut. Whoa!
All you have to do is run some hot water on that knife, and it cuts brownies like a dream.
Whoa!
That would be helpful at 3 a.m. I think that's
for munchies. Yeah, you got a little munchie, you need a little brownie cutting. I think Ring doorbells have really opened up a new like world of scary things we can see.
Yeah.
Mostly on TikTok.
Oh, love it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Perfect place for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, this has been so great talking with you, Chris.
Oh, this has been awesome. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Much.
Do you want to tell everyone where to find your work or you on social, wherever, whatever?
Absolutely. The hub is whitecatentertainment.com. We've got podcasts, some funny graphic novels, and a couple of other cool things there, even some merch. You could actually get a Quiet Journeys blanket. So if you had to curl up to listen to the Sleepy podcast. And the other podcast I have is called What Are You Watching, which is kind of like a spiritual successor to Comedy Film Nerds, where we just have guests on. I'd love to have you two ladies on for sure.
Yeah.
We'll come and you'll come on. We'll talk about like the show, and then basically I just go, "What are you watching?" And it could be anything from YouTube videos, movies, TV shows, whatever you're watching. And it's always fun because everyone goes, "Oh, everyone's probably talking about the same thing." No, everyone's watching something different. There's a million channels and a million streaming services, and everyone is finding kind of like that diamond in the rough that no one else kind of knows about. I mean, so it's really been a lot of fun, and I've actually learned about shows I wouldn't normally see. So it's definitely fun.
That sounds.
And you can catch me on Twitter at like Chris J Mancini. But if you go to whitecatentertainment.com, you could find everything pretty much.
Awesome.
That sounds so great. This has been so fun, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Much.
Yeah, this was great. Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure. Woo!
Ooh, okay, we gotta go to Scotland.
We gotta go to Scotland, and now I need to go to Zach Baggins. Bagans.
I'll go again with you.
I gotta go
Vegas. I'll go again.
I was just looking up sweets in Vegas anyway. You guys went recently. I got hankering for it,
dude. It was awesome. And it felt wild how fun it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt so nuts to be like, we're in Vegas, but there was like, yeah, we're in Vegas and we're having a ball.
I would have never pegged myself for a person who enjoys Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dude.
It doesn't seem like a thing that I would be into at all. And because I just like wandering around, and then...
But that's
it.
The perfect place to do that.
And then I was like, yeah, let's go to a pool. Absolutely. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Because I do like gambling, but I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not a bit, like, we played some roulette and that was fun. But like, it truly is like, I love walking around, going from casino to casino and just be like, this place is so weird and I love it.
Yeah.
Seeing shows, and we went to there's this really great gay bar called Piranha that we really lost our minds at, and it was so fun.
I've heard about Piranha multiple times, and I've missed it every time. Like, I always turn in too early for it,
right?
Because I'm
right.
But you know what? That's also the good thing about Vegas is you can just wander back to your room.
Yeah, it rules,
and then go get a bunch of food before you get there.
Yeah.
And eat so much that you get sick. I love it. All right. So we're going to we're going to read some listener stories. Just to round it out. And I will say, please send more in. We already told you. Send it to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. Yeah, we need.
Keep them coming.
We're not out yet, but God, are we close?
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Maybe this is a good way to get your friends who have a story, like get them to send it in.
Yeah, whether they listen or not.
Yeah, we don't
care.
We don't care. What are they doing? Making money off of it? No. Give it to us.
We don't care.
For all of our friends to listen to.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, this one, the title is A Haunted Strip Club.
Whoa! Have fun.
I know you were going to like that, huh?
I love it. I love it.
It starts, hey, besties. I'm such a big fan of the pod and adore you both. I've already sent in an email, but wanted to share with you guys a quick story about my little strip I work at in North Hollywood. Ooh. I've been dancing for a couple of years and working at this particular club since being vaccinated. It is such a strip club. Picture a strip club in your mind and you're thinking of this one.
Wait, where? I want to go.
I know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
We'll find out.
Leopard print couches, red and blue lights, a busy printed dirty carpet, and multiple little sections for lap dances.
Yes.
When it was busier a couple years ago, they would use every part of the club for different types of dances. But while I've been there is a place that's been blocked off, and I'm so glad it is. It's heavy and feels like there's a cloud specifically over the lap dance area. At least that's how I always felt. I did a dance back there once and it felt so quiet, which is very hard to find at a strip club. I started joking about, oh, that's where the ghost is. So one night I asked the security guard if there is a ghost over there. I was feeling confident in my ghost whispering abilities. And he let out a sigh and responded with, about 10 years ago, a guy came through the back door with a gun and shot a customer who was getting a lap dance from his girlfriend. And guess where they were dancing?
Oh.
I have yet to see anything, only feelings of a ghost, and I am bummed it's a ghost customer and not a ghost stripper, because that's a show I would watch. But I'm excited that my spidey sense was right. Also, in a fun synchronicity moment, I was writing this out while you read an email from someone teasing about their strip club ghosts. Keep up the spooky work, Frankie, dancer name. Oh my God. Also, if someone send more strip club ghosts in.
And send us, if you don't mind, the name of the well, come on, I'll come hang.
Absolutely. Actually,
we'll come hang. We'll get a good crew and come and cheer you on.
There's actually, I wonder if it's still going on. I talked about this recently. Hopefully it's not going on by the time.
The strike?
The strike at a strip club, because they were not, the club wasn't taking care of them and they weren't keeping them safe. So it's
really nuts, some of the shit that has been going down.
I mean, you got to destigmatize this all sex work, because people are earning a living and just being like nice people trying to do a good job. Make sure they are safe and well taken care of. Also, if we destigmatize it, then maybe some idiot won't come shoot a customer because his girlfriend is just doing her fucking job. Like, what a loser. What if I was like walked into a restaurant and was like, don't you cook for anybody else,
don't
baby.
You serve don't you give them drinks, man.
It's like, what are you even talking about, you loser?
You big loser.
But I hope if that is a ghost there, that he enjoys, that he's like, I'm glad that this is where my last moments were, and I can watch forever now. Although that's so sad.
The light to the other side keeps popping up, and he's like, no. I'm having a blast. No. This rules. I'm staying.
And it's not just a light, but it's like, girls.
Like, nope.
No. You know what's funny? Chris was talking about the kind of haunting that is non-sentient.
Right.
And I think that could be what it is. This psychic energy that not so much that this person is stuck in up in the club, but that something horrific happened there. And there was a lot of really bad energy and emotions, and it just kind of stained this area emotionally.
Yes. Whoa. Yeah.
Fucked up.
I think that's it.
Fucked up, though. Frankie, we're coming to see ya.
Yeah, Frankie, please, truly, let us know.
I'm going to hit you up.
We will get a good crew.
We will we're gonna hit you up
to come and lose our minds.
Also, guys, if you're going to clubs, bring the money.
Gotta bring that cash.
Think of it as like, how much would I pay to go see a live theater show, and bring that much in $1 bills,
and then multiply that by 7.
Well,
and do it.
Yeah, because
that is it. Because it like it's just such a great
it's a live show.
Yeah, I love it. It's so much fun.
Tip everybody.
Tip everyone. Okay, I got one. Granny's Haunted House.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey y'all, love the podcast so much.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I'm a big fan of Golden Arm. Love that movie. Thank you so much for watching.
That's awesome.
That's so nice. Sorry, I had an itch on my foot. That is so nice.
Your butt? You just itch your butt?
My foot.
Oh,
my butt's not all the way down to the floor. Come on, Marcy.
Bad news.
Oh no. Oh, that's why it's got so much road rash on it.
It's a sagging Zach bagging.
Sagging bagging. I think y'all are so funny and so great. You've accompanied me on many road trips.
Oh, thank
you for listening.
We wanted to go on tour, so thank you.
So there we go. Tell us where you went. Anyway, here's some short stories of my granny's haunted house. My granny is very religious. She does not allow any talk of these ghosts and claims she has never seen anything. They don't bother her, and she doesn't bother them.
Okay.
I guess it's good the ghosts in her house don't bother her or anyone, really. My family all live in the same town, and every Sunday get together at my granny's house for lunch. My granny's basement is unfinished, and we used to go down there a lot to play. There's a large crawl space under the stairs that expands under the kitchen that we've always been afraid of course.
I mean, yikes.
Crawl spaces are so creepy.
Yeah.
My younger cousins would cry and want to go back upstairs. We just knew not to open the door to the crawl space, and when one of our dads had to go in there to work on pipes or whatever, we were all really scared.
Oh, Daddy, no!
Oh, let the pipes explode poop everywhere. It's fine. No one had told us there were ghosts in there. We just seemed to know. When my dad and his sisters were younger, they lived in this house, and the youngest sister woke up in her bed one night. This is fucking wild. Wearing a prom dress from the basement.
Wait, pardon me?
I gotta read that all together, okay?
Say it all together.
Sorry. I was blown away because I read ahead a little bit. When my dad and his sisters were younger, they lived in this house, and the youngest sister woke up in her bed one night wearing a prom dress from the basement.
Oh, no. Absolutely
what is
no.
that about? That like really wrecked me, Marcy.
Ay, is what I'm gonna say. Ay, you know?
Big ay. What? Okay, there's way more.
Shit, dude.
When my cousin Taylor and I were younger, we just knew there were ghosts. We made a makeshift Ouija board as 8-year-olds. Luckily, nothing came out of that. That same day, though, we went outside to play, and we heard a young child's laughter.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
There were no neighbors around. We both looked at each other without speaking and ran all the way back inside. Ew!
No, don't.
Taylor lived with my granny and papa for a year as a teenager, and she had a few run-ins with the ghosts. She passed my grandparents' room and saw my papa looking into their body-length mirror. She then ran into him in another part of the house. Ooh!
What?
She was spooked for sure. She thought she saw her grandpa.
I also like that she called it a body length mirror.
Yeah.
Body length.
What are the full length?
Full length.
Full length mirror. A
I liked
body
it,
length
though.
mirror.
I liked it.
like that.
Body length.
She was spooked for sure. She had another instance where she was in the sunroom, which was an add-on to the house, and she felt like some unkind spirit would not let her back into the main part of the house. She stayed in the sunroom scared until the feeling went away.
Ooh.
What?
Nuh-uh.
Especially in a sunroom. Like, that's a place to just relax and read and nap.
I just don't want anything trying to have control over me, too.
Right.
Like to keep me somewhere.
Oh, right. Fuck that, man.
Yeah. Hell no.
Get out of here. Don't you try to do that.
Not me, dude.
We have a very out there uncle who believes in spirits, Christian folklore, has seen shadow people, and claims he was once attacked by a demon.
Oh.
These stories were told to us when we got older on a family beach trip. Before this trip, throughout our whole lives, he would never talk about the ghosts in my granny's house. We would beg him to tell us, but he didn't want to scare us, and my granny already had some feelings about him. LOL. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. When we did get old enough, we finally got it out of him that there is a man, woman, and child that stay under the kitchen.
Excuse me? Pardon? Do you have any Grey Poop pond for me to shit in?
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
Thus confirming all the stories that have happened to us and children. Those are all the stories I can think of. Not too much drama with the ghost, but a few weird instances. Hope you enjoyed these stories and didn't shit your pants, Lauren.
Some shit definitely up in this house.
Yes. A woman, a dude, and a kid living under the kitchen.
And like prom dressing. What the?
That's so weird.
That's so awful.
That is like so disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, something is up, dude.
Yeah. What feelings does Grandma have about Uncle?
I know. I want to hear, because also the description of Uncle, it's like, that's not too nuts. Like,
not too nuts.
Just believing in stuff. Like,
yeah.
But that might be too nuts for Granny.
Too nuts.
You know?
Too nuts for Granny's butts.
Too nuts for Granny's butts.
Oh,
wow.
That was a very good one. A lot of good short stories in there.
A lot
Lauren.
of good ones. That
Very,
prom
very
dress
good.
one, like, really got me.
Oh.
Really rocked me, man.
I just can't even. I just can't even.
I just can't even either.
Oh boy. Whoa. These are great. These are great.
So good. So good. Thank you so much for submitting them. Keep them coming.
Please.
We love them so much.
Love them. Want more of them.
Yeah. Can't get enough.
Send them in. funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Look, you know there's a 5-minute rule, but that rule is flexible. Like,
oh, you heard it here first.
it's flexible, but if you send like a 10-minute one, we won't play it as soon as we would a shorter one. That's what I'll say.
That's it. Yes. Yeah.
And then you type them up. Use your little fingers to tell a story.
Yeah, give us some finger stories.
Finger your stories. And hey, Frankie, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.